Artwork, critiques, Photoshop files, and reference sheets are all available on my Patreon. Tablet giveaway time, guys. I'm working with Simbans, who are giving away 2 of their Picasso Tab Android tablets with pen and accessories at the end of the month to you lot, with loads of other runner-up discounts. So if you'd like to get your hands on one of these tablets for free, then just follow the link in the description below. Welcome back, guys and girls. I hope you're all doing bloody well. My name's Mikey, and welcome along to another episode of Draw with Mikey, episode 131. My goodness, guys, hiatus is over. I'm so sorry that I've been away for so long. I did definitely know we were going to be, air quotes, offline for about 1 or 2 weeks whilst I film some other bits for Mikey on Tour channel, which will be released next year. But basically I got back and did some other things, and then some challenges kicked in, and then I got ill. So, by the way, if I sound a bit husky or rough around the edges or ramble more than usual, this is just me kind of warming back up into the whole process of video production and talking to you guys. So, thanks for bearing with us ever. But yeah. It just meant that we got pushed back a long old while. I was really only keeping in touch with people on Patreon whilst I was away, so no streaming and no videos across all the platforms. Much catching up to do. I'm so behind again. God damn it, we were catching up so well. However, because this is the first video out on the channel in a long old time, we've had a lot of new people come subscribe, which is amazing. I'm going to be honest, makes me feel a little bit redundant because like loads of people have subbed to the channel. I haven't even been here doing anything, so I'm just like, oh, okay, don't mind me or anything. But hi and welcome. If you're kind of coming here and you're a bit new and you're thinking, this fan art does not look like it's up to Mikey's usual standards, do not worry yourself. That's not the point of this series. This is the super casual midweek series. It's basically my opportunity to just catch up with you guys, the viewers, by reading through the comments. So if you've got anything that you want to ask me, thoughts, feedback, suggestions, ideas, get yourself into the comment section below. It can be about art, it can be about non-art related stuff, I really don't mind. And with any luck, I'll be reading out what you've got to say next week around. That's the whole point of the series. Also, never hurts. Can you hear that? Grab yourself a cup of tea and or coffee, because I'm going to be rambling along. This is super unedited, rough around the edges, unscripted. You can probably tell already. This kind of rough series where we share all the bells and whistles of things. Wait, bells and whistles? What do you call it when there's the ugly side of stuff? Bells and whistles is when something has a load of attachments and extra functions. But I'm going to be sharing all the nitty gritty, there we go, because in the background of my artwork, it might just be me filling in a sketchbook, experimenting, trying stuff that does or doesn't work, and maybe you guys are getting on with your own artwork or homework or things in the background as well over the next rambling hour. Basically, that's my way of explaining my way to say that in the background, I decided to take on sweet Baby Yoda and the gender-bent Mandalorian, not because I really wanted to dive in and do those topics themselves, but more because I was so rough around the edges, I had to sit down and kind of give myself 3 hours to draw something. Not the drawing itself that was important for me, but the process of doing the drawing. As it had been so long since I'd sat at the tablet, I felt really rough around the edges. So you'll notice that I'm not fixing mistakes. I'm not deleting lines that are wrong. I'm literally just diving in. I'm scratching out the idea and then I'm just colouring it. What you get looks, I'm going to be honest, it looks like crap. I have no idea what I'm doing on the silver of reflected armour, and the colour palette is a little bit like tan and boring. And yeah, that really doesn't matter because the point was just to get used to the act of doing it. So hopefully I've explained myself to any newbies. If you've kind of been around here a while, you kind of know you have to do all sorts of things like that when you're kind of making away drawing. Squeeze out the bad in order to start reaching the good and all of that sort of thing. But yeah, I think that's explained that. What else did I need to say? Yeah, guys, yeah, I'm so sorry. So basically, I went away to Japan for a week to film some vlogging, and that was great. And then I came back and I suddenly had a very last minute opportunity to kind of jump on somebody else's wagon a bit and do some filming in Dubai. So I was like, okay, I can't say no to that. And then I came back, and have you ever heard me complain about some burst pipes before? Basically, I got some plumbing fixed, and where it got fixed, it burst and leaked. So I came back from Dubai, and then the very next day, started flooding again. So I was just like, oh, Jesus Lord. So basically, these pipes serve my house and the next door neighbours on both sides, which means you have to negotiate with them before you can get stuff dug up, before you can get stuff fixed, and then all our insurance companies have to talk to each other. It's a fucking nightmare. So we did that, and then I got ill, and then I lost my voice, and I bloody like my sweet dulcet tones, how dare I? But basically it meant that I couldn't record any of the Star Wars cram stuff, the film cram, and I was just twiddling my thumbs. I couldn't stream. It's an absolute nightmare. So I worked on some other bits, but none of it was art, which is why you're seeing me doing my Derpy warm-ups in the background. Of course, the whole point of our artistic journey is that there's good and there's bad for all of us. So share whatever you're working on, whatever projects you guys have got going on in the background. I'd like to hear about it in the comment section. Guys, I've not been around for ages. Touch bases with me. Let me know what's going on with you lot. In the last DWM episode, I did ask you guys about your favourite travel destinations and things of that nature whilst we're having it on our mind. And I think the suggestion or the question I've probably got for you guys this week is thus. Sweet baby Yoda and his sweet baby little eyes and his sweet old man young boy kind of look to him is taking the internet by storm. Is this the cutest thing on the internet at the moment? Is this the pinnacle of sweet cuteness? Now, I've heard some people being like, oh no, Baby Groot's a lot cuter. I'm going to go ahead and say that Baby Groot is not as cute as sweet baby Yoda. I'm going to say that as a natural response. Like deep down in my bones, without even thinking about it, I don't think there's competition. People are just like, oh, Baby Groot could beat up Baby Yoda. I don't even know if that's possible either. Like, Baby Groot can fuck people up, but Baby Yoda has telekinetic power from the Force. So yeah, maybe that's just my question. I mean, also, my main statement is that Baby Yoda is actually just scaly fan art Gizmo from Gremlins, but that's also a discussion to be had. Or maybe even... I've not seen the TV show To the Dark Crystal, the new one that they made, but I hear that the Gelflings in that was supposed to be... well, that's also a bit Yodery as well. They're also supposed to be super, super cute. I don't know one way or the other. Let me just have a sip of this. Oh, but anyway, yeah, I've been away for a while and I need to warm back up. So as you can see, I'm going in and out of topic. The main focus is I need to be catching up on your comments. So let's actually dive in. Let's do exactly that. That's the Mikey time update over. Guys, I really do need to warm up. Oh, and also... at the very beginning of this episode, of course, there's the Simbands tablet giveaway. Those people were supposed to be... I was supposed to be doing that giveaway with Simbands in November. So when I was like offline, I was like, guys, I'm so sorry, I've missed the window. Should we push back to December? But yeah, they will give out 2 of their tablets worldwide. So if you're interested, click in the comment section below. Description below. There we go. Oh God, let's just dive in. Okay, so Hydra HYD last week says, even if it gets age restricted, the guy can't deny you've got charm. Oh yeah, and also, in fact, a lot of the comments, if I just glance at the very top of last week, are all similar. That one nice comment says, I hope you fall down a well. That was intense. And Uncensored Rage at the intro, said Red Emia. And Mr. Maltese says, this needs to be recognised as Art Sensei. And Staconia says, guy from YouTube, looks at thumbnail, and here's the introduction. Also guy from YouTube. Demonetised. Yeah, so the reason why I've just read... hello, you guys. Thank you so much for commenting, by the way. The reason why I've just read out those comments back to back is they're all on the same topic. A while ago, and I have a very love-hate relationship with YouTube. I love that it gets me in touch with you guys as an audience. That's fantastic. But as an actual platform, they really don't share enough information with the people that use it, and they kind of fuck us over a lot, and they lie a lot through their teeth, and I really don't trust them. So there we go. I'm getting a bit ranty already. So basically, some of my fan art got age restricted a while ago, and usually when that happens, I just kind of give a middle finger to YouTube. So I just draw some really similar or same content again, and that's exactly what I did in the last Draw with Mikey episode, which of course then got age restricted and demonetized accordingly by some YouTube staff. And I did give them a little message at the introduction letting them know just what my opinion of them was, so it was inevitable. However, I've learnt to let that go. The anger and the hate, it flows through you. Yes, it gives you focus. But we're going to let that go because I am a Jedi like my father before me. I've no idea what I'm going on about. And just kind of dive through the rest of the comments and relax with you guys. We are back in the cool zone now. We're going to warm up. I've got a lot of projects that have been pushed back. Mega merch, unfortunately, has now been pushed back to next summer because that was supposed to be what I was doing all of November. Absolute fail there. But everything else is a little bit of catch up again, just because I've pushed myself another 4 or 5 weeks back into like the bowl of catching myself and digging out. However, it's all good. We've got plenty to get done and we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. Let's just go through these comments though. Mackie Shown last week says, in the last episode, says, who's watching before the age restriction? Yeah, it did get demonetized about halfway through its week on that one. Iggy is the name, says, I love your courage. You just yell at YouTube straight in the face. You're going to age restrict my videos? More then! I love it. Oh yeah, no, this is a thing. Like, I don't change my behaviors in a smart way. I just kind of let people know, like YouTube, when I'm angry at them. But I'm just a stubborn guy like that. I'm definitely a cut my nose to spite my face. I think I said that all last week. I hope you fall down a well. well. Mikey, thank you, Sinatra. I did say that indeed. And Tom I, the SFM guy, says, this guy has Hydra's motto, cut off one head and two more shall take its place. Hail Hydra! Excellent. Do you know what? Hail Hydra is very, very close to doing some Hail Nazi stuff, except it's totally fine to do because it's fictitious. Not that I'm looking for a okay version of Nazism to get involved with. Oh my god, that just reminds me of, you guys been catching up with Rick and Morty? I didn't even realise season 4 was out. Don't worry guys, I'm going to dive into your comments. I'm going to scroll down a bit through the comments past all of the stuff referencing last week's episode. I mean, thank you so much. But I did also ask you guys about your holiday destinations and favourite travelling things with the Mikey on Tour stuff in mind. So I want to see if I can catch any of those as well. But yeah, I just love that Rick, spoiler alert, keeps reincarnating in loads of like fascist empires. It's just really fucking funny. Anyway. What, question mark, that's actually your username, says 3 seconds in and I'm already liking due to the message. Thank you so much. Let's just keep scrolling down. YouTube, age restricts Mikey's video. Mikey, how many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Yeah, indeed, paper cut arts, indeed. But let's keep scrolling down. There's quite a lot of comments last week. J-Bit says, I actually watched Keijo the other day. It's one of those shows where I read the description and immediately thought it was going to be trashy, but my friend convinced me to watch it with them, and it's honestly the most I've laughed at an anime. It's absolutely brilliant and wacky and probably right up your alley. Ah, excellent. That reinforces some suggestions I was getting a while ago. Let's add that to my thing to go ahead and watch Keijo. Thank you. I am always taking and stealing your suggestions for any good anime and manga, as well as asking you guys, what's going on in the world right now? You guys have to keep me up to date with things. King Godzilla says, sup Mikey, how was your trip? King Godzilla, Japan was amazing. Dubai was eye-opening. I learned a lot of things and saw a lot about caste systems and the way people are treated, but it was also amazing in some ways. And then everything else afterwards was a bit of a nightmare, but we are back. Thank you for asking. How are you doing? If you're looking for some good games to play, then Bloodborne, Code Vein, Neo and Castlevania Anniversary Collection, I recommend getting them all for the Switch. Thank you very much. The thing is I know that some of those games you don't need a Switch for. They're available on other platforms, and they're available on other platforms for much cheaper. But oh my god, I never even used that discount code on my Switch. I'm still probably getting Fire Emblem Free. God, was it Free Houses? I guess the hype's over now. No one's playing that. Everybody's playing na 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 na. That's my way of trying to remember the promotional adverts for Death Stranding. You know, baby blackface and all that sort of stuff. Oh my god, that's not what I meant, but you know what I mean. Black Zephyr says, favourite timestamps are 1705. She starts heading down to V-Town. I'm not saying that she's a lesbian, I'm saying she's a vampire. Glad that had to be clarified. Okay, yeah, and also, do you remember that? The girl who looks after the watermelon with a Valkyrie cyborg? Yeah, no, that's an actual... Me, for what? Yeah, no, you need to answer that question. There was an anime, and this girl's a Valkyrie cyborg, and she looks after a watermelon. That was a real thing that happened. Okay, if you're not going to answer my question, you're not helping. Random Undead says, I remember a scary game I used to play when I was a kid and never finished, mostly because I was afraid. It was called Forbidden Siren. The background music still gives me chills. Ooh, random. Thank you very much for that suggestion. I'm going to Control-C, Control-V that. Oh, do you know what? Randomly, because I was playing a bit of Soma over the Halloween period, the spooky games, I got reached out to by a load of video game companies after that. You know, do you want to get the key to play my early access video game and stuff like that? It turned out all I had to do was play Soma. Playing loads of modern video games, or the old school trash that I play from the PS3, are never going to get you on the radar of video games promoters. But Soma, being a bit of a video game streamer, now they like it. So I've learnt a lot. Probably none of that made sense, but it's an entire story of things and discoveries on my side of things from a one-sided conversation. Vape Reviews 007 says, hey Mikey, hello there Vape. Have you ever thought of redrawing old artwork? One I would love to see is a cute stroke innocent girls 01. It's the first video I saw from you and I instantly fell in love with the channel. Keep up the good work. Oh, thank you very much, dude. Oh man, I feel so rough around the edges. Yes, I do. Well, to be fair, I kind of do in that I have like my temperature checking of a standard. And that's me basically redrawing, oh my god, you know what, my lungs feel tight. Still not, anyway, I'm just bitching and moaning. And basically it was me redrawing Tsunade over and over. Like I tend to do it almost every year. And then I'm doing a very similar thing of Tatsumaki as well for similar reasons. So that's kind of how I remeasure. But yeah, going back to some absolute oldies for redraws, I'm absolutely not against it. It's a very good idea for some content further down the line. Shy Gore says, Mikey, I hope you fall down a well. Me gasps, Redbeard! No! Hey, is that a fucking reference to One Piece? Hey, man. And James Patrick says, well, it's going to be a long while before you top that introduction. Yeah, guys. I was just angry at YouTube, and I'm not scared to let YouTube know it. Pure Marshall Peterson Road says, you've really come a long way since the first 5 years of your drawing time-lapse videos. Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, well, this is it, right? I'm just some guy learning to draw as much as you lot. We're all just at different stages all along that journey, in my opinion. Anyway, even then I was impressed with your art, and I always managed to spark some kind of inspiration to make me draw, and I'm still going strong with both the inspiration and the incredible art. Yes! Fantastic! I have a useful function in life. You never cease to impress me. Oh, you're too kind. Great artwork and keep going. I really love it all and enjoy your tea. Fellow British tea addict. Excellent. PMPR. Good to you. Let me sip this. I shall sip that tea in the honour and glory of our Queen Elizabeth monarch. And Blicky says, hey Mikey, hello there Blicky. When I went on my Europe trip this summer, I went to Florence and it was amazing. Oh man, Florence architecture is fantastic. I definitely recommend going there. I went during the heat wave and it was still really cool. I also have a lot of really weird pictures from that trip. I love this video and listening to it whilst doing my AP homework. AP, Applied Sciences? What does AP stand for? Anyway, I'm glad you're getting your work done in the background, Blicky. Thank you so much for commenting. And of course, I always want to hear about your holiday destinations now that Mikey on Tour will eventually be a thing next year. Basically, because I know that I'm on such a back foot at the moment doing a catch-up and warm-up, I'm just like, oh my God, what do I even do with my life? What were all my game plans? What were all my things? Don't worry, they're all in notepad files sitting on my desktop. I'll find them. But yeah. I've been to Florence and Siena, and it was incredibly beautiful architecture, and many, many leather-bound books can be purchased over there. Like, they've really got like a leather industry going on. And yeah, I quite liked it. I did get lost. I went with a load of uni friends a long time ago, and we were all going home at night, and then me and two ladies ran off just to kind of go have our adventure. It makes me sound like a bit of a player, but I'm pretty sure they just regarded me as like the completely unthreatening man they could take with them. And yeah, we went off and we just had a bit of fun, and it was great. And then we got totally lost and we could not find our way back to the hostel. Turned into an absolute mare again. Fujiroki says, oh, I'm early. Well, Fuji... oh, I'm about 4 weeks late, so I'm so sorry that this episode's so far behind. And Gazbagabble says, well, I like your name, Gazbagabble, says, hello mates, hello there Gaz, great video as always. Just a thought though, can you do a version of Queen Ashara? She covers both Monster Waifu and World of Warcraft waifus. Thanks again. Queen Ashara, Control C, Control V. You got me on that WoW part, definitely. Thank you very much for the suggestion. We'll take a look at her further down the line. And Mason Mickwell says, hey Mikey, hello there Mason. Have you considered drawing characters from one of the Fate animes? And may I suggest Semiramis? Semiramis? I have no idea who that is. So as mentioned previously on Mikey Mega Mega, we've talked about historical figures from Fate, which I thought were just historical figure fan art requests. Turns out they were all Fate Stay Night requests, which is absolutely legit. And I know Unlimited Blade works, and I need to watch the original. Semiramis was the legendary Lydian Babylonian wife of Onus and Ninus, succeeding latterly to the throne of Assyria. Wow, good to know, good to know. Okay, I haven't typed in the word anime, so I've actually only in my Google search been given the standard historical results, but yeah, maybe there's more to be added down the line. Excuse me. Max Kunglo says, your thumbnail caught my attention, but why age restriction on this? But I'm happy I'm no more 18. I can see your best artwork as always. Excellent, everybody who's over 18 on the channel. Thankfully, everyone who is over 18 changes my channel metrics enough for me to be a channel aimed at adults and not a channel aimed at children, which would have led me to a whole load of trouble with Copper and YouTube's new changes. Oh my God, YouTube. So angry at YouTube. Just, they put all of this in the hands of the creators. All the issues about... So basically, okay, really quick side rant. I'm so sorry, guys, but I'm not going to make this long one. I'm definitely going to watch myself. YouTube got in trouble and had to pay a $170 million fine or something like that because they were tracking the watching habits of people under the age of 13, even though it's a 13 and over platform, which is against like rules about collecting data on children. Fine. YouTube have now turned around and basically all creators now have to say that their content isn't aimed at kids. And they've put the onus on us. Because if it does turn out to be aimed at kids when we said it's not and they use tracked advertising, that makes us somehow liable for a $48,000 fine from Copper. Right. Except we have to make these decisions without the tracking data YouTube has. On your channel, you get loads of information and loads of metrics for everybody who's 13 and up. You get given no metrics on your channel for anybody who's younger. And YouTube, following the fine, demonstrably are able to track people that are younger and recognise behaviour of children that are younger than 13 because they were targeting adverts at them on purpose. So YouTube can demonstrably tell if somebody's under 13 through their habits. And YouTube can then stop displaying targeted adverts. Instead, what YouTube are doing are leaving it in our hands to tell them that the people who watch your content might be kids and to ask them to not display targeting ads on our behalf, which it's just such a shit way of doing it. And we have to do that in the dark because we can't tell that audience metrics the same way that YouTube measures it. So it's a very interesting time. Anyway, what am I getting at? Anyway, I'm so glad that I keep getting demonetized and age restricted because it means according to the algorithm, I'm probably not children appropriate anyway, which I've never really been that much. But I've definitely tried to make, especially the tutorials content, as accessible for everybody of all age groups as possible. Anyway, that's my way of just saying YouTube's done another thing on the side, which I'm just sick of them about and sick of them fed up. And the copper thing was set by copper in a court order. The follow-up thing that YouTube did to make it all on us for creators was a proactive step that they took. And they did it, they say, to show that they're super into following the law and taking steps. What they actually are doing, kind of saying that they're super proactive, but they're preemptively taking steps to put the onus on us, the creators, and not them, the people who actually understand the audience and know exactly who they are and where they're coming from, preemptively, so that they don't then have to do this themselves further down the line. God damn you, YouTube. I hate you guys. Anyway, I also love them because it puts me in touch with people like you lot, the audience, but it's definitely a love-hate relationship. Okay, that's the end of that side thing. I'm awfully sorry. Did I mention that this episode was going to be a particularly bad one of me rambling particularly badly? I really do apologise. It's just me trying to even remember how we do this. Dank Lulu says they seem to have only removed the thumbnail, so the problems have well near them. P.S. is that censorship thing probably has to do with clusterfuck that has some parents sue YouTube over the YouTube Kids app recommending goring out. Yeah, okay. So Dank Lulu, your sentence is all over the place, but I do kind of get it. Yeah. YouTube have clamped down extra hard over the last 3 or 4 months again. And Twitch have followed suit and done a really similar thing as well for any possibly adult content, following all sorts of feedback and stuff forgotten in news and all this sort of stuff. And basically the people who moderate this don't have a set guidelines. They have impressions that they have to work to, which means that they apply these rules just as unevenly as the people who are telling them to do so. So fuck for a lot of them. I'm going to die by this sword. People are going to be like, why is Mikey's YouTube channel get shut down? Well, he hates YouTube. He keeps saying, and I don't think they like him. Anyway, it's fine. That being said though, guys, last episode, I'm pretty sure I shouted out some of my patrons randomly in the episode instead of leaving it to the very end. At the very end of the episode, my delicious patrons on Patreon scroll over on the screen. But some of those highest tier ones, I'm just going to shout them out right now. An extra big shout out to Bernard W, Tracy G, Anthony C, Shelved Oddities, Michael P, Homongchi L, Akumu Arts, Carlos R, Repair 1997, Melissa Zahaki, Brendan J, and Dylan S. Those are some of my highest tier patrons over November on Patreon. Thank you so much for the support, guys. I really do appreciate it. Especially when I've not been making any content over the whole of November. There's a big gap, but don't worry, we've got plenty to be cracking on with. I just thought I'd do that now, just so that I can kind of ramble and talk right up to the line at the very end of this episode as it comes around. Iceman110 says, though I'm trying to work on a werewolf girl drawing, I would recommend drawing a horror version of Tamaki Kotatsu from Fire Force. I've had the idea, but I just don't think I can pull it off. Dude, not with that attitude, give it a go. Just like you can... Guys... Do not be scared to draw crap art. Never be scared of that, okay? Get that crap art out, just like I'm doing right now on screen. Get that out the way, because then you can get the good stuff flowing again. But if anyone can do it, I think it would be you. Iceman, thank you so much. Tamaki Kotatsu from Fire Force. Right, let me just give that a really quick Google. Just Control-C, U-tab. Control-V, Google, results, images. Oh, wow. Yeah, she looks like a crazy interesting character. So she turns into like a flame werewolf type thing? That's interesting. I'll leave that tab open, dude. Thank you very much for suggestions. Whisper King says, hey Mikey, hello there Whisper. For monsters to draw, God, I was probably asking you guys for so many suggestions. Guys, remember, I want to hear right now, what's cuter than Baby Yoda? What is cuter? Is there cuter stuff out there? Also, I was probably asking you guys for loads of information about monsters and monster characters to draw. And also, I'm constantly asking you guys now for good travel advice or your favourite holidays to different places. Basically, just share with me. Come share with Mikey. Get yourself in them comments. For monsters to draw, you should be doing some TGTF stuff. TGTF. Thank God that's fluffy. Okay, you should do some Thank God That's Fluffy stuff. I think you would like it. Also, for a game to play, I think you would like the IOK. It's kind of a cryptic Michael Jackson game. What? A cryptic Michael Jackson game? Okay, let me Google this right now. Let me just open a new tab so you don't use that file for stuff. The AOK game. Annie, are you okay? You okay, Annie? Okay, that's really weird. Oh, this is weird. What the fuck? Guys, I've just typed in the AOK game into Google, and one of my I've got nothing turning up about a game, by the way, but one of my search results is a random website with my name on it. mikeymegamega at rpulse. rpulse? ARPulse? ARPulse.info? Sorry, I'm going on a little journey here. Oh, wow, there is a website in Arabic that's just, it's like one of those automatic websites that's just done with code, that's just linking to all of my YouTube videos. Oh, okay. It's really weird. Let me just click on this. Tatsumaki age restricted vid. Can I give this a click? Yeah. Oh my god, that's so weird. It's just playing all of my YouTube videos. But it's like the whole thing. It's showing all the YouTube comments. It's showing all the details. It's just doing it on a non-YouTube website. I don't really care. That's just so random that just turned up in that search. Anyway, guys, I'm so sorry. Anyway, I didn't find that video game you were just talking about. I'm going to have to look it up a little bit when we're offline after recording this episode. Max Musterman says, hey, Mikey. Hello there, Max. How are you? Dude, rough around the edges, but getting there. Thank you very much for asking. Let me have a quick sip of tea. How the devil are you? I recently found your channel. Oh, welcome. And even though I don't draw, I really like your art and your Draw of Mikey episodes because of your positive attitude. Oh, thank you so much. Especially after I've just been like complaining and rambling again. Some episodes ago, you talked about martial arts you did, and you asked what martial arts the viewers are doing. Oh yeah, guys, I always want to know about that. It's like, I don't do them anymore, but like one of my passions in life is most certainly martial arts. I did 3 years of Shotokan Karate. Oh, nice. And I fairly enjoyed it, but I dropped it after a while. Recently, however, I really wanted to start doing some martial arts again because of a manga I read, and it's called Teppu, and it's about a girl who gets into mixed martial arts. The characters are quite unique, and you can really feel the guy who made it knows his stuff. Oh, nice. Also, a nice bonus, there are quite a few really fit anime girls in there. Ah, Teppu, you say? Well, good sir. Max, thank you for the suggestion. I shall add it to my notepad file. And the OK, let's get rid of that. Teppu, I'm just typing it in. Oh, yeah. Teppu is a Japanese manga by Muwari Utsa. We will come back to that, good sir. Thank you very much. I mean, I remember there was like History's Strongest Disciple Kenichi. Obviously, there's Baki and all the various crazy worlds of Baki that's going on. But yeah, I love a little cheeky look, good sir. Thank you very much, dude. Anna Thompson says, hey Mikey, hello there Anna. I need some advice. For the past year I've tried to broaden my following on Instagram. I mostly post Detroit Become Human fan art. Oh wow, you really like that one game in particular. Not only because I love it, oh, okay, obviously you do, but because it brought me more followers. Now that it's kind of lost popularity, I'm losing followers every time I post something. How can I undo that? I tried to post more new popular stuff, but it just doesn't work. Can you name me some content that would help me? Joker fan art didn't really do it. Thanks in advance. Enjoy your coffee and tea. Anna Thompson, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I do not know much about trending topics. Oh, actually, that being said, you can type into, instead of getting suggestions of me, there's something called Google Trends. And literally just type in trends in Google and it will give you Google's own version of its trending thing. And it will show you what trending keywords are online. And it will show you what they're like from here, what they've been like over time. And you can use that to map new things. Obviously, Anna, it's been a long time since you've answered that question. But something that you might, and by the way, I'm going to be honest, the more you try to follow followers and try to get followers based on your work, the less you're probably going to enjoy doing your work. I'm going to give you that warning right now. If you're doing it just to get those followers, you have to treat it like a cold, rock hard business. If you're trying to do it for art and fun, you have to take a bit of a different attitude. Anyway, good luck. Sweet Baby Yoda. That's what I'm going to suggest. Get yourself on some Sweet Baby Yoda. Also have a look at Baby Yoda on Google Trending and see, like, how many people an hour are searching for it and all that sort of stuff. Disco Guillotine Black says, "This is magnifique. The art, the hand style, it's beauty." Well, thank you so much. I'm a big fan you liked the old Demon Slayer middle finger up at YouTube stuff we were doing a while ago. Tone Prime says, "When my parents are 100% asleep, I will be drawing." Well, fantastic, Tone. Fantastic. Is that one of those old... I used to... I had to go stay back when I had a bit of a troubled youth and things weren't great at home. I had to go live with some friends for a while. And this is years and years ago. And my friend's mum had this caveat. Basically, you had to be in bed at a certain time, but you were allowed to stay up a little bit and leave the light on if you were reading a book. And my friend had a stronger Tintin collection than I did back in the day. So I used to stay at his. He'd go to bed. I'd go to bed. But then I'd leave a reading light on. And I would just read Tintin for hours and hours. I never got any sleep. Yeah, I know that feeling of, like, when your parents are in bed and you still get an opportunity to, like, make the pillow fort and get something going. Akumu Art says, "Hey, Mikey." Hello there, Akumu Art. Oh, did I not just name drop you a moment ago? If I would ever drop off, it's because I'm dead. Oh, Akumu! Well, I hope you're well and you're going to stay with us for a good long time, you lovely individual. Breesden or Brickazon Tycho says, "This is very inspiring, thank you." No, you're welcome. It's always hit and miss with the DWMs. Sometimes they're popular episodes of popular content, sometimes they're not. You just have to be okay with that and not worry about it. The whole point is for me just to touch bases with you lovely lot, which is why I'm constantly scrolling through the comments. Guys, as well, I try to mix it up. Sometimes I have comments by most popular or in order of the show, and I try to go all over the place, so I try to catch as many random people as possible. I'm seeing loads and loads of comments which are just like laughing about the video that I made last week and how it's a middle finger to YouTube, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm glad you really enjoyed that, guys. But I'm skipping over most of them because there's not really a question there. It's not really a conversation to be had. Empty One says, "Love your art. That's how you get my attention." Why, thank you, Empty One. Your ego. You're stroking my ego with your comments. Personally, I want to see more duller hand drawings, especially spicy ones. I'm not one to jump on a bandwagon saying that I love Nico's Drydas or Lamias. All sorts of monster girls going on there, I'm assuming. I love the strange and unusual. Give me Dull Hallens any day. Which ones did we say the Dull Hallens were? Were the Dull Hallens for horse people? Just Googling. Headless Horsemans. The Headless Horseman. Okay, spicy, sexy anime Headless Horseman fan arts. We do need to do more of them, I understand. Thank you. Oh, Jesus. Devin Giles says, "Hey, Mikey." Hello there, Devin. "Can you please do a speed paint of Sakura Kasugano from the Street Fighter franchise?" Yeah, we could. Isn't she the one that she was a little bit of an apprentice to Ryu? Am I thinking of the right girl? Yeah, this is the one. The Capcom Schoolgirl Street... I don't really know my Street Fighter lore past the old days of Street Fighter, so I might have got it wrong, but I know what you're saying. Okay, yeah, we can have her in on the list. Thank you very much for the suggestion. And Cringy Boys 1, great name, says, Imagine if Mikey turns one of these drawings into a body pillow." Oh my goodness, swear it up at the hole. And Rick Mallinger says, "Good games I would suggest include Darkwood, it's pretty fun. I would also recommend Fear. And for anime, I've been watching Yu Yu Hakusho." Yeah, well, I'm a bit of a Hunter x Hunter fanboy, Rick, and that's the manga that made Yu Yu Hakusho before he did Hunter x Hunter. So I've definitely watched a fair old bit. But it was so long ago. Like, this is back in the days when I was watching stuff like Flame of Recca, which I think that entire anime was just one tournament arc. And it's just like, I kind of had to put those years behind me and watch stuff that was a bit more engaging. But yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho is very particular, and I do need to come back to that. Skooliget Gamer says, "Mikey, you're a damn cool art teacher." Well, thank you very much. I'm sure I'm less cool in your eyes now once you get to know me. "In school, we don't even know what shadows are." What the fuck? Oh my god, are you not learning good art techniques in school? Guys, this is why we make YouTube videos. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you might make YouTube videos just for fun, just because you want to try something, but we need to make, like, YouTube videos on stuff that we know. Like, I know a little bit about drawing, so that's what I do. If you know something, make a video, because I swear the school system, it's letting these kids down, you know what I'm saying? White Knight Fox said, don't worry, I'm not attacking the entire education system or anything. Pick your battles, right? White Knight Fox says, "I've been working on trying to draw Nico and Kitsune girls, and I have trouble on the head and face. What advice do you have?" Well, I don't really know what you mean by trouble. Draw a normal head, put the ears on before you put the hair on, and make sure the hair has at least bangs and stuff that are going to cover where normal ears would be, because obviously they're not in that place anymore. And the poses. Cat-like poses. Get those kind of arms and the little curved hands sorted out. But dude, you've got to be more particular. Def Sonic says, oh man, Mikey, please give Miss Fortune from League of Legends a look. I feel like you could do an amazing fan art of her arcade skin. Ooh, Miss Fortune. I don't know who that is. Miss Fortune, League of Legends, Control C. I've never played League. I'm so sorry. I know it's like the most popular free game. Miss Fortune passively gains movement speed when not attacked. Oh, wow. She's like a hot, sexy Cervantes. I like it. Okay, we're going to come back to her. Thank you for that suggestion. Anyway, sketching techniques. Oh, one of the drawing books I like is Excellent Manga Sketching Techniques, Volume 1. Pretty girl. Oh my god, guys, I never said. Where am I? Bear with. Just a sec. Guys. So obviously I did a manga. I'm back. Obviously I did a manga drawing book video to my suggestions, and I mentioned there's this one book that's not translated into English by a guy called Hortengeki, and I got it whilst I was in Japan. I went into a store. Oh my god, I shit you not. Okay, I'm so sorry. This is a side story, Def Sonic. So I went into this one of many manga. Oh my god. So I went into Akihabara. I was looking around, just kind of filming some bits, and I got spotted. And dude, if you're out there, I hope you're having a lovely day, by the way. Some dude came up to me and he recognised me. So he said hello. That was very nice. He was a very nice guy, and he pointed out some Copic markers and stuff to me. And I was like, oh, I got spotted. That's very nice. But I was going around. I went into this manga bookstore, and the main level had all sorts of how to draw books and stuff like that. And some of them are pretty ecchi as well. They had the whole Tengeki one there. So I was like, I am buying that immediately. So I've now got it. It is a great book. And something that was really interesting is that loads and loads, not all of them, but a huge percentage of those manga how to draw books, even the ones in Japanese, a lot of them were not up to scratch. They were just not that good. And a lot of them were like, this one focuses on panties and this one focuses on boobs. Obviously I had to look for research. But like the actual standard and caliber of artwork, you know, I was just like, ugh, this just isn't that amazing. And don't get me wrong, a load of those books were incredible. But I was really surprised how it's a really mixed standard in Japan, just as much as it is here in English. So anyway, I got my Hortengeki book. And also, if you walk downstairs in that same shop, it's immediately all hentai. And I walked down because I was like, well, I'm going to have a look. And then what I wasn't expecting is that all of the bookshelves would be front cover facing forward. Do you know what I mean? I was expecting it to be loads of spines of adult books and just be like, oh, have a look, how naughty. But I went down there and it was just, you know, like very underage girls in swimsuits getting gangbanged on the fronts of covers sort of thing. And I was just like, oh, no, this is a bit too spicy. And it's not like I'm not a guy in his mid-30s who's seen enough. But I walked in there and I was just like, oh, this is too much. This is too much. I went bright red and I had to leave. So I was just like, oh shit, I've just definitely had an eyeful. Anyway, sorry, that was a very long way of just saying I've now got pretty much every manga book or how to draw a book I've ever desperately wanted. I still haven't got those Loomis and old school ones. Loomis and Bridgman crowd, but I'll give them a try further down the line. Anyway, I just wanted to share that. I finally bought that book. Anyway. Sorry, I completely lost my train of thought 100% just then. I was thinking about boobs. Anyway, you go on to say... I was able to pick it up at an anime expo a couple years ago from Hobby Japan for about $20. Oh, nice one, dude. And Hobby Japan did not attend this year, so imagine my dismay when my copy was ruined by water damage months earlier. Def Sonic, I'm so sorry, and I've just been flexing my Hortengeki How to Draw Sexy Girls book all over the boat. I was able to order a copy online for about 3 times the price. Motherfuckers. It's so good when you get in early on something and you realise something's value before the market does. So you get it cheap. And then eventually, the people who sell it are just like, actually, people need this, or it's really good. Let's up the price. You need to get in early. Riven Smith says, yay, big fan. Hello there, Riven. I watched your videos less than a week after uploading. Well, I'm so sorry this one took weeks and weeks before I'm back on. I'm drawing Demon Slayer right now for a friend. And again, I'm a big fan for quite a while. Oh, thank you so much for saying twice. Yeah, don't worry about it. I mean, welcome all and everybody. Just get into the comments section. Say hello. Let me know what's going on. But thank you so much for the kind words. Have fun in Japan, and I can't wait for your next video. Sorry about the delay. May I request some God Eater, Dead Man Wonderland? Dead Man Wonderland! Dead Man, Jesus, God, you're triggering some memories. That's the one where the guy goes to prison and there's another girl in the prison, but her hands are covered up or something, and she's white? Does that ring any bells? Beyond the Boundary, Karano Kyokai. I quite enjoyed that. Dragon Pilot. Beyond the Boundary is the one where the girl uses her blood in fighting techniques, right? Wow, that really put girls wearing glasses onto my radar. Dragon Pilot, Mid-Eye Nikai, or Samurai Flamenco. My variety of shows are everywhere. Drawing or something to watch. Thank you. Rivensmith, I'm going to go ahead and copy that entire thing. Stick that in my notepad file. Well, I think I need to eat some food. Also, Deteo King Tiger says, I believe that you tried to type more than YouTube. Wait, what? And I'm sorry, I can't even remember what that's in reference to. And Arena says, wait, what happened to the sexy thumbnails? It's even more sexy. Yeah, I had to. So YouTube kept taking down the thumbnails to those last EWM episodes as well. So I had to re-upload them with a censored bar. Because fuck you, YouTube. What can I say? Yuan Hue says, Mikey, I tried 3 different times to link you to my Genos cosplay on Instagram. My comment might not be showing up. If you want to see it though, just search my name on Insta. Yuan Hue, oh God, do I get that? Oh yeah, there's a place on Instagram on your phone where you can see where people have tagged you. Dude, I will have to actually have a look. And Bear Puff says, YouTube sees a slightly suggestive but safe artwork and kills the video completely. Mikey, okay, one more ecchi artwork then. Yeah, Bear Puff, that was indeed my reactionary thing to basically my entire relationship with YouTube is that. Fleppy says, Fleckpy says, dude, you're just the top. I have no words. I've watched this video and I've got a desire to draw right now. Oh, fantastic. I'm really pleased. Getting you guys in the mood to draw is my whole reason for being here and doing this sort of thing. Obviously living and paying rent on the side as well. But like, that's the point, right? You got to have a go at drawing. You don't have to like it, but I want you to have at least given it a go. And Why Am I Here says, can we get some zombie Elia from Rainbow Six Siege, please? P.S. I love your art, my dude. Meow Meow approves. Wait, what? Wait, okay. Ela from Rainbow Six Siege, I understand. Zombie Ela from Rainbow Six Siege. I didn't realise the Rainbow Six games had a zombie mode. I thought that was strictly a Rainbow Six Siege zombie co-op mode. Well, I'll be damned. I did not know. I thought it was purely... Who are the other guys who do it? Who always do Black Ops, something Black Ops. I thought that was where the zombies were. Okay, dude, you've actually opened my eyes to something I was not aware of. Thank you very much. Reese Renton says, Mikey, could you mention that old ass movie with the Mikey? Could you mention that the old ass movie with the Cyclops? I forgot it existed and I can't remember the name. It's killing me. Oh yeah, guys. Shit. Yeah, guys, so what I asked you guys this last week, somebody in the comments is probably somewhere. I'm going to be honest, there's over 700 comments. I'm so sorry, I'm never going to get to all of them. Somebody in the comments has probably answered this, but let me just ask this again in case I don't find an answer by the end of the episode. Yeah, it was a really old Aladdin movie. I want to say Aladdin. Curse of Aladdin. Aladdin and the Seventh Seal. Anyway, it's this really old Aladdin movie, I'm pretty sure. And they fight stop motion skeletons. And then this lady turns into a seagull with some special green goo. But she doesn't have enough goo left to turn back into a human. So she turns back into a human with a seagull's foot. And she's like crying about it on a boat or something. And there's a really, really big wasp. There's like a really big wasp. Guys, you've got to help me out here. You've got to help me out. Anyway, yeah. MW the King says, what about a dryad like the one from That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime? And game recommendation is a Blair Witch. It's not super scary to me, but at least it will put you on edge. Oh, the King. I've actually watched a streamer called Lena Lazar play the Blair Witch game. And you know what? That really didn't do it for me. And I'll tell you why. It looked like it was the kind of atmosphere, like if I was playing it, I'd probably be really shit up. But when it got towards the end of the game, where it was all becoming about, and spoiler alert, when it was all becoming about PTSD from the war and stuff like that, it rubbed it in your face so much that it lost its nuance and it lost its edge. And also it kind of like, it needed a little bit more ironing out. Do you know what I mean? It just needed one more pass at the scripting stage of like what they were and weren't going to show to the viewer, I think, to kind of really crisp it up, because it was just... It went from just atmosphere in a forest to, with like no context, to just rubbing all this PTSD stuff in your face right at the end. And it was just like, you're kind of a bit one or the other. It hasn't smoothly transitioned that. And it hasn't let me discover that for myself. It's kind of just told me. So I remember just thinking, yeah, visually it's all right. But like where it kind of went wasn't good enough. Personally, I've got a high standard there. Even though I'm still playing a really old game called Soma and bloody loving that. Twitch, come join me on Twitch for video games. Akira Ishin says, oh wait, did I read the rest of your comment? Yeah. Oh no. Also, MW the King. You mentioned dryads. The only reason I just wanted to stop really quickly is to say, guys, and I'll talk about this again in the future. I'm reading the Witcher books at the moment. Whilst I was ill, I was just lying in bed and I had nothing else to do, so I got the entire set. And the short stories set the tone and nature of the universe very, very well. And the book series, the first actual book in the sagas, is all right. But the second and third books, when war's breaking out, are quite interesting. There's a lot going on. And it's really obviously made me want to pick up my last save in The Witcher 3, but it's also made me want to take an interest in The Witcher 1 and 2. I'd always given them a wide berth because my attitude is I don't have much spare time to play video games. It's like the very last thing I get to do on my to-do list. Because obviously I have other stuff to do. And the Witcher 3 is an incredible game, and I'm like, look, I'm only going to limit myself to the incredible games. I don't have time for mediocre. However, I'm so invested now into the universe of The Witcher is that after I complete my Witcher 3 save, I will probably whilst the Witcher TV show is going to be in full effect by then, I will probably work my way through the first two games as well. And then when I replay through, I can make different life-changing decisions. Because in my Witcher 3 playthroughs, I keep inadvertently unleashing unspeakable evils. Fucking people up. Anyway, sorry for that, but yeah, good suggestion. Anyway, in the Witcher 3 books, oh my god, there is context. There's a lot of dryads in the Witcher 3 books. They all live in a forest called Broccolin, and it's very interesting to understand the lore and world of them as well. The Witcher's a friend of the dryads, oddly enough. Akira Ishin says, fucking love you, man. That intro made me laugh. Thank you very much, Akira. And Shadowwire says, complaining is the official British pastime. God, I can't even read. And YouTube seems to be committing suicide and taking as many peeps down if it's possible. The problem with YouTube is that the only way they can apply a change across the channel is by doing it with the algorithm, because they're never going to be able to physically do it with people, because there's so much video content out there. And the problem with the algorithm is the algorithm makes algorithm-like decisions, and they rock too far in one direction, they rock too far in the other. And the problem is that people make laws or create court rulings about how YouTube needs to change, do not understand the relationship between YouTube and its creators of its content. They don't understand what the content creators are responsible for, and they don't understand what YouTube's responsible for, and they don't understand how this affects one or the other. So they'll apply a rule, and then YouTube will decide how it wants to implement it. And it's never at YouTube's disbenefit, let's put it that way. Am I still moaning about that? I'm still moaning about that. Aaron says, dude, absolutely loved watching you do this on your Twitch channel. Oh, thank you very much. I'm so sorry I haven't been on Twitch for ages either. The community was super nice. Thank you, man. I always love compliments about me and my artwork. That's always very kind. But thank you very much for saying that about the community. It's actually, I do really enjoy Twitch. And I do have a lovely bunch of people who join me whilst I'm chilling out and drawing. The stream was very entertaining. And the next time you get a chance to chat with the Queen, tell her she steals the show. Yeah. God. Oh man, I can't wait to get back into live streaming. Yeah, absolutely. We get telephone calls from the Queen from time to time. Hey, Aaron, thank you very much for that comment. I'm really glad you enjoyed your time joining us. I'm so sorry I was just suddenly offline for so long. I Hate Slow Internet says, the guy from YouTube changed your thumbnail. Edit. And now it's age restricted. Yeah, those motherfuckers on YouTube. And Starlighty says, that intro sounded so aggressive and chill at the same time. Yeah, that's just how we do things. Oh, guys, I'm feeling all warmed up now. But now we're coming to the end of it. I mean, we're not at the end yet, don't worry, friends. But now I'm feeling all warmed up, and I've got so many of your comments, and I've got so little time. Okay, so let's speed up. Hawk Guy says, complaining about being age restricted whilst drawing borderline R34. Yep, makes sense. That is definitely me and what I do. And Christy Corbin says, wow, those are some nice TIG old biddies. Thank you very much, Christy. I'm glad you appreciate. War2244 says, I wish I could draw like that. I'm still trash, but one of these days I'll draw some smart material. I thought it was just going to be like, one of these days I'll be able to draw as a better artist. One of these days I'll be able to draw that smut. War2244. Just keep at it, dude. It's all about that practice and finding it. Don't do what I do and go and record for vlogs and then spend about 4 or 5 weeks completely offline and having not drawn at all. And it's so rusty you have to force yourself back into it, because that's always a bit of a mare to get back over that hill. Hewson Pack says, when uncensored line makes not safe for work, more safe for work. Yeah. Just by putting an uncensored bar on there, literally a black bar that says the word censored, over what is already a covered up boob. Apparently that makes it okay for the thumbnail again. Anyway, okay. And Skull of and Bone says, Monster Girls. I've got to shout out my girl Tsumugi from Knights of Sidonia. Okay. Knights of Sidonia's Tsumugi. Again, excuse me, whilst I just pop into Google. Ooh, wait, is she a monster girl? Samugi Shirogane from Ultimate Academy. Oh, maybe I'm looking at something else altogether. Okay, we'll have to do another search in the future. Peachy Snail says, Giyu has entered the chat. I don't know what that's a reference to. And Kai the Hedgehog says, hey Mikey, hello there Kai. I'm relatively new for like a year. Well, welcome. I haven't travelled much, but I did go to Newfoundland, and let me tell you, it's got good seafood. Also, can you draw the Black Lotus from Axel World? We will add her to the list. Newfoundland has good seafood, that's good to know. That sounded a bit dismissive, but it's not. Like, that is good to know. Because, A, I love food, but also when we do Mikey on Tour and we do travelling, I need to go to all the good places, get those good eats in. Shad Dreamer 100. Oh, Jesus. Such a Dreamer 100. There we go. Says, hey Mikey, hello there, Such. I think the director you're thinking of is M. Night Shyamalan. Most likely it was. Also, you should check out The Rise of S.H.I.E.L.D. Hero. It's also almost up to par with Demon Slayer. Gelflings. Let me put that into the suggestion as well. Thank you very much. Rise of S.H.I.E.L.D. Hero. That does sound a bit familiar. I think I've definitely, because I've not watched them, but I've definitely seen like some YouTube thumbnails about S.H.I.E.L.D. Hero pop up from time to time. I'm assuming and hoping now, based on your suggestion, that's because it's also a very good anime worth chatting about. Okay, cool. Shogun Ninja says, beautiful art. I've started doing the same. Hey, thank you very much, Shogun. I'm glad you're on board. And I'm sure says, that intro was deserved tenfold this time. Yeah, I know, right? What can you do about YouTube? Monkey D. Keita says, oh, Mikey holds the grudge really, really well. I love you, crazy bloke. Don't comment much, but I have to show the appreciation occasionally. Thank you very much for stepping forward. Yeah, guys, the last DWM episode really was me just expressing my opinions, but how are we going to do how are we going to do it any other way, of course? And Paul Harris says, that explains a lot. I wasn't getting your videos on my feed, and to be honest, YouTube has been boring lately, and since when does art have to be censored? I know, right? It's not porn or hentai, or almost. Those are animations, plus there's no nude, just lewd, indeed. I'm the spicy guy, remember? Which is basically teasing a small amount of extra skin revealed. I guess wearing bikinis or any bathing suits are age-restrained material? Nope, of course not. Somehow I don't know what else to say. Do you use pen pressure whilst doing digital art? I do use pen pressure, Paul Harris. And this is a random thing. I'm not going to dob anybody in. But there's like a group that made like retro 80s style like videos and stuff, which is really cool. And it's, you know, it's really kind of over the top in your face referencing stuff. It's all very interesting. And they've got this video, and it's like a movie long, or like at least 45 minutes long. And I remember just clicking through it. And there's just this massive long bit in the middle where it's got topless bikini ladies just waiting by the pool. Because, you know, it's an evil 80s drug lord thing. But it's literally just salubrious shots of tits. And I'm talking tits out and just, you know, bouncing all over the place. And I remember just thinking, motherfucking monetized, not age-restricted sons of bitches at YouTube. Because the algorithm hasn't watched that deep into the video to, like, realise there's no nipples out. But I remember just kind of thinking, oh, what are you going to do, man? And obviously, you know, I'm not the kind of person to go around and say, well, this video gets away with it and I don't, because I don't want to dob people in. But I'm just, it depends on it. Depends on who you are and what you're up to. Daniel Heaton says, do you sell your stuff, Mikey? I do need to get those pics of glory. Daniel, I haven't quite merchandised yet. I was going to be merchandising this Christmas. I'm so terribly sorry. I've kind of missed a window of opportunity to do that, which was supposed to be November whilst I've been having all these other challenges. But we will be getting merchandise spring, summertime next year. So I'll have prints, artwork, shirts, and all the stuff and ting. Also, side note, has anybody seen this thing on Twitter? Where basically there are a load of t-shirt websites, the ones that steal art, and what they do is they have these bots that stalk Twitter and Instagram, and these bots look out for any comment that says something like, I need to see this on a t-shirt, or this would make a great t-shirt, and so on, and then it steals the image automatically and puts it on their own website on a t-shirt, and then says, oh, we've sold 28 already, running out soon. Obviously that's all bullshit. And so somebody on Twitter just had an image and it just said, please don't buy from this website, they steal artwork. And then everybody in the comments has gone, wow, I really want to see this on a t-shirt. And all these websites that steal people's artwork have all automatically picked it up and put it on a shirt. So there's loads of t-shirt websites now, and one of their like highest rated shirts just says, don't buy from us. Anyway, that's a complete side thing. Why am I talking about that? Anyway, actually I have no idea why I'm talking about that, but somebody just said something that I'm sure had something to do with it. Turtle says, I'm still waiting on a male body tutorial. Mikey, please! Soon, Turtle. Soon-ish. And we've done them before, but in terms of doing some new ones, because I'm definitely freshening it all up, we do need to do some more. Oh my god, I'm terrified about how rusty I'm going to be with pencil and paper. I need to get out of my system as well. Mo Chax says that intro. I felt that. Yeah, Mo, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm getting really, really tired already. It's been a while since I've had to sit here and do this. Had to. I do actually enjoy doing it. But like, I realised I probably should have had some food first because I'm just like, oh, just get me a biscuit or something. Puzzleic says, all we can pray is that he, she, it heard the message at the beginning before age restricting it. Oh yeah, I'm sure they did. It's the very first thing in a video. I'm sure whoever age restricted it got my message, I'm sure. Salt Bunny says, my god, I know it's October, but serious Mikey jump scared me so hard. Oh, I'm so sorry. And Hinata the Shrimp says, Mikey, could you please draw some cute, sexy, spicy goth girls? Research purposes only, of course. Who's a good goth girl? What anime has good goth characters, particularly goth, not just emo? I have no idea. And Midnight Blossom says, hello Mikey, hello there Midnight. I was thinking of maybe drawing cryptids as a cute or hot anime girls, Mothman, Loch Ness, etc. I'm currently turning the xenomorph alien from Alien Isolation into a Gajinka. Hope you're doing well. Oh my god. Do you know what? There's a number of times I've considered that, but the thing is like the alien stuff, especially coming from Geiger's side of things, is so like deeply, darkly sexual already. It's kind of just like, how do I do a slightly more upbeat version of getting involved with that? Never say never. I'm pretty sure Giga wanted the alien designs for Alien 3 to have like human lips and stuff like that. And like really, really like bestial kind of stuff. But hey, what are you going to do? That obviously fell apart due to studio interference. Ellie Roth says, I've never gotten to travel. I'm too poor. Ellie, one day maybe, one day. A mate of mine doesn't even have a passport. And he's older than me, I think. So like, it swings and roundabouts. But yeah, travel if you can. But of course, if you've been somewhere that's nice, don't hesitate to tell me about it. Justin Green says, I don't want to say that's a fever dream, Mikey, but I'm going to have to say, it was a fever dream. No good, sir. No good, sir. I only imagine stuff that definitely happened. And Rigo says, hey, Mikey. Hello there, Rigoable. Just a quick question. What do you think about JoJo's fifth part, The Golden Wind, if you've watched it? Dude, I have not. I have not watched JoJo's Part 5. I am actually doing it now. I'm rewatching Part 2 before I go on to Part 4. I've done the first 3. Stardust Crusaders was mental, but it was easily too long. Like, that should have had half the amount of episodes. I cannot believe how long Stardust Crusaders ran for. It was almost unforgivable. The end stuff with Dio was absolutely fantastic, so I did forgive it. However, the stuff that really spoke to me was Battle Tendency, so I'm halfway through Battle Tendency again. I've just finished the fight with Kars, the second one, where he comes to their training grounds and gets rid of the emeralds. What is it called? Like the Sunstone or something? And yeah, once I wrap that up, I will be going into JoJo's Part 4 and onwards, but I'm yet to actually dive all the way through, good sir. Eternal Matco says, Lau, that first piece is not hard enough to get through. I assume you have many art accounts. Wait, what? I've got lol, at that first piece, it's not hard to get around that. I assume you have many art accounts. I don't. I have no idea what you're talking about. And Nishanat, you're talking about the fan art we did last time, when I got in trouble. And Nishanat Kalari says, I'm going to start supporting this man once I start earning. Well, thank you, Nishanat. Don't worry about me. Live your life, enjoy your job, and have a good one. But thank you very much. And Max Klunglow says, bro, even I like your tastes. Hey, thank you, Max. That's very, very kind. Okay, let's keep scrolling. Somebody whose name's in Korean, Annyeong Sumnida, says, what, the 1 hour speed painting? Oh, yeah, no, I didn't do that in an hour. It was all just time-lapsed up. And Godzilla says, lol, Mikey, you're the only channel that I will make a second account just to watch the latest episode of DWM. Oh, thank you very much, Godzilla. By the way, what are your thoughts on the Has Been Hotel pilot? I've never heard of it. Has Been Hotel. Oh my God, I'm so out of touch. I've said this before, but most of these episodes of Draw of Mikey are just me realising how out of touch, let's open another tab, how out of touch I am with whatever's happening these days. Oh, Has Been Hotel, official trailer, it's not for kids. It's an American adult animated web series. Oh, well, I'll have to have a look accordingly. Thanks for the suggestion. Thanks for putting it on my radar. I don't have an opinion yet, as I've not watched, but ask me again, Godzilla, in the future. And then, oh my God, time's running out. We do have to wrap up. Sushi says, amazing intro. Thank you so much, Sushi. Bandit Baddie says, honestly, just do some of the Battle Cat waifus. Battle Cats! And Metro Zone says, guy gets demonetized. Mikey Mega Mega videos after getting stuck in Channel 5 news. Mikey, yes, no, I won't get demonetized. Metro Zone, guide... Dude, that was terrible English. I have no idea what you're saying. All the best to you. All the best to you. And let's wrap up with something that does make some coherent sense. Let's have a look. Black Zephyr says, "Hey Mikey, hello there Black. One word for the Monogatari series. I don't think that you'll like it. The characters are great, every girl is the best girl, the camera direction and storyboarding is amazing, the plot is fantastic, and the plot starts with Bakemonogatari. So you need to watch all of them in released order. I know you'll enjoy it, so trust us." Okay, Monogatari, possibly in the future. Thank you so much, guys. Get in the comment section and let me know what, if anything, is cuter than Baby Yoda. Guys, thanks for bearing with this really derpy episode whilst I warm up, but it's of course been a pleasure. I'm going to see you guys next time, and take care.